Good morning, dear class 8 students. Dear students, let us continue the second chapter, the Industrial Revolution and Imperialism. In the last video, we had discussed up to the impact of the Industrial Revolution, the decline of feudalism, and the expansion of trade and commerce. So today we will continue the same topic with the factory system of production. So here the line is speaking that large scale production using machinery mark are departed from the old system of domestic manufacturing. That means after the introduction of the factory, we could see that many new advanced machines were set up in the factories, and these all machines were capable enough to manufacture a huge amount of useful goods. And due to these machines, the old fashioned system of manufacturing, like handmade manufacturing system, got ended. That means before industrial revolution, the people used to work in the cottage industries where they could made make the handmade goods. But after the introduction of the industrial revolution, we could see now the people are much focusing on the factory system, and they were much depend on the factory goods, not the domestic goods. So that is the point speaking about. Now, rise of the middle class. Industrial revolution resulted in the rise of the new class, middle class, which appeared between the capitalists and the working class. So the industrial revolution resulted to rise up a new group of people in the society, and that we could uh, say the middle class. And this middle class comes in between of capitalist means the rich people, and the working class, like the employees. So in between capitalist and the working class, this group is formed, and then under this group, who are coming, the skilled workers like engineers, managers, clerks, accountants, and other people. So this is the middle class group which rise up just after the industrial revolution. Now, economic and social disparity. Industrial revolution led to the dependence of the economy on a capital. So now industrial revolution led to the dependence. Now people are much depend on the capital. Capital means the money. The rich capitalists on the control and means of production. So now those rich people who are having the huge amount of money, they started controlling the factory production. They amassed immense wealth at the expense of working classes, and then they captured the huge amount of wealth and expand the working classes who were given minimum wages, and they were the investors and also the profiters. They used to get the profit, and also they used to control the working class. That means they used to provide the minimum wages to the working class who are working under these all capitalists, all the or the under the wealthy people, rich people. This resulted in the economic and social inequality. So now in between we could see that there is a lot of gap between rich and the poor people, and the social inequality was grew up, wherein a few capitalists controlled the lives of the working class and had access to wealth and influence. And we could see the capitalists controlled the life of the working class. That means the working class were fully depend on the rich people. uh, in the case of what is called the daily wages, money and salary, and for also the to get the works and so on. Now, urbanizations. Urbanizations means the development of the towns and cities. The industrial revolution led to the mass migrations of the people from rural area to urban area. So we could say just after the industrial revolution, the huge number of people from the villages, they moved towards the town areas. So the rural to the town areas. So machinations of agriculture rendered many people in village unemployed. So even we could see in the villages now the people started plowing the lands by using the machines, and those people who are having less amount of money or who could not afford to buy the agriculture machines, they became unemployed. They lost their jobs. That means they were having lack of jobs. So most of them came to looking for the jobs in the industrial cities and towns, and those people in the villages who are very poor, who could not compete with the rich farmers in the villages, they left the villages and then they went to town areas to get the jobs. So in this way we could see the establishment of the new towns and cities. Now, divisions of the labors. People working in factories were assigned specific tasks which situated their expertise and skills. So here we could see in the factories also the different skilled people who are very specifically talented on the certain works, they were given to work on the certain task or to the certain works, like a group of employees who are good in packeting the goods, they had to do only the packeting work, and the group of workers who are expert in repairing the machines, they were given the same duty for lifelong. These divisions of labors proved useful in producing quality production. So this way, the different skilled group of people or the workers were divided in different for the different tasks, different works, and this way we could see there is a fruitful production from the factories. Now, let us go to the next one: harsh living conditions in cities. In wake of the mass migrations of the people from the village, the new industrialized cities grew unchecked and unplanned. So, as the people migrated, huge number of people migrated to the towns, we could see that they were kept in slum areas, or the towns were so populated that the people were struggling for their own daily facilities like water, toilets, and also for the living places. So this way, the towns were crowded unnecessarily by the huge number of people. The cities became overpopulated, forcing many to live in small spaces. Countless slums grew in no time. So that's why here it is talking about the living style, living conditions of the people or the workers in the towns became very pathetic, very difficult. Many of them were put into the slum areas, and in some places you can see unhygienic conditions, and in some places there are so many areas where the towns were not hygienic. That means the the people or the workers where they are living in the towns were having a lot of disease problem. So they are not provided the good conditions to live in the towns. These squalid conditions led to the disease like cholera, smallpox, influenza, and typhoid. So due to these all unhygienic condition, many workers in the town they were having these many diseases like cholera, smallpox, influenza, and so on. Many widespread epidemics were recorded in London during 1803 and 1846, which claimed thousands of human lives, mostly slum dwellers. And due to so many epidemics or the physical disease, around 1803 in London, many people lost their lives, and especially the people who are living in the slum areas. They lost their lives due to lack of facilities in the towns, and they were having the very bad condition in the towns.